Hey, it's Natasha.
And Khalil.
And we are the co-hosts of
WokeNFree.
Thank you for tuning in to our 153rd episode of WokeNFree. If you've been tuning in every week for WokeNFree Wednesday, you know that WokeNFree is all about being real and honest with each other and you. We talk about everything and anything important to us, you, the world, and nothing is off the table. This week, we are discussing whether it is worth buying and naming a star. Fancy. So before we dive deep, we have to do something that you just wait for every single week, right, Khalil?
Por favor.
Wonderful. The level of excitement.
Yeah,
I hope
that's very excited.
WokeNFree Nation feels a bit more enthusiastic for my monologue. So for those who have gone to WokeNFree.com, have downloaded the episode through the Podbean app, you're amazing. Bravo. Yes. That's not only how you show your ultimate support and love for the show, but that's also how you join the conversation. So that's super key because any of y'all who might be thinking about buying and naming a star, A, you've listened to the right episode, but B, you can share your thoughts. If you've done this before, please, we want to hear from you for how that experience went from you. Did you enjoy it? Did the person you buy it for? What were their thoughts? All that good jazz. The only way for you to share that with us is to make sure that you download the Podbean app so that you can put in your comments. Now, for those of you who are listening to the show on other platforms, say iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all the other platforms we're on. All that we ask is make sure that you are subscribed to the show on whatever those platforms are that you're catching this on. And then, of course, like the episodes, hearts, all the good stuff that you can do per platform. Make sure you're doing that. And that's where you can show your love and support. Now, when it comes to sharing, it is caring, absent COVID-19 and racism, bigotry, all of those good things.
Yeah.
Make sure we share WokeNFree, right? WokeNFree Nation gets the word out about WokeNFree episodes every single week, WokeNFree Wednesday. So make sure you're getting the show out to your friends and family. Doesn't take much to press share on Facebook or to add like and text, all of the good stuff, right? When we like things, when we love things, everyone in our network knows about it. So go on, do your thing for WokeNFree, y'all. Now, when it comes to social media, you can always join the conversations, aka have a ton of fun with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest at WokeNFree. And then, of course, if you have like 90 seconds, which it's COVID-19, who doesn't? Have 90 seconds right now, you can definitely review the show and share your feedback. How is the show feeding into you? What are your thoughts? Have you been enjoying it? Give us our reviews, 5-star reviews. No, of course, give your honest reviews, which would be 5 stars anyway. So there you go. Now, scene end.
Not expecting that.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Each week we like to share a little bit about us before we dive into the topic for the episode. Last time we asked, which insect doesn't bug you at all? The ladybug or butterfly? This week we're asking, which gummy shape do you prefer? Worms or bears?
So like literally pointless information. That's
why. How is
sharing.
This one pointless? It's because it's interesting. Why do they even have different shaped gummies? Not everything has different shapes. When you think about it.
I think that's one of the random things that we'll never find out in the universe. Like,
not every food group does that.
Why do we have gravity? Like, I don't know.
Because it's kind of like, there's not like eggs that are shaped like bears. You can't get that.
Yeah, it's an interesting comparison. Yeah.
I'm just saying, not everything gets different shapes. Some things are just one choice. But with the gummies, we get different choices.
So, to answer the question,
important.
I would say gummy worms, because even though they seem gross in theory, there's just something really delectable and delicious about them. But again, sadly, I can eat neither currently, because I'm treating a leaky gut. ¿Y tú?
And me, I think the gummy worms, they do taste good. I guess because you get kind of more compared to the gummy bears. But the gummy bears, I don't know. They're like the right size. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. They're small and it's easy just to eat them. The worms are kind of like, it's a little like sloppy.
Yeah.
Grabbing into them, and sometimes they stick together. The bears are a little bit easier.
Very true. Okay.
then we should just go into the topic.
God is good, yeah.
Something else that's
All
important.
the time, yeah.
This is an important question to ask, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth buying and naming a star?
It's so funny that you asked that question.
Yeah.
It is the topic of the episode. So let's get into it. According to theconversation.com, fun website.
Really?
All links of episodes will definitely be in the on WokeNFree.com, so make sure you check that out, guys. Now, the conversation.com says that there are several companies that will offer to sell you a star name and at many different price points. One company says it has named 2 million stars since 1979, and its current package for a single star name starts at $110. It does say that any name purchase is not scientific, but symbolic.
Aha.
And if you read the fine print of many of the other companies, they usually say that astronomers do not officially recognize the name of the star you've just purchased. So that's, something to think about. Now, the article goes on to say, remember, there are many companies selling star names, and in the span of 1 month, 2 entirely unrelated people contacted us to look at a star that they've purchased. It was the same star, and those 2 people had each paid to name the star. So what does that mean? That in theory, potentially, people are buying and naming the same stars without knowing that.
Yikes.
And the official way to name objects in space would be through an organization called the International Astronomical Union. So IAU is the official international body of astronomy and is the only official authority to name objects in space. And recently, the IAU approved new names for 86 stars used by other cultures besides the traditional Arabic, Greek, or Latin names, including 4 stars that now officially bear names based on their Aboriginal Australian names. But besides naming, the IAU serves other roles as science and classification of various objects. And they're the ones who were responsible for saying that Pluto is not a planet, but a dwarf planet. And that, every type of object has different set of rules for naming. For example, asteroids have a set of different rules to comets. For some objects, the discoverer can name it something they'd like. Asteroid 5691, Fred Watson, is named after the famous Australian astronomer, Fred Watson, and discovered by his friend, the Scottish-born Australian astronomer. That's crazy. Robert McNaught, And so what I thought was also interesting that the IAU gave the following advice in this article, which is, as an international scientific organization, the IAU dissociates itself entirely from the commercial practice of selling fictitious star names, surface feature names, or real estate on other planets or moons in the solar system. So what does that mean? The official organization involved with the naming of objects in space is saying they are not into allowing people to buy stars and names. So it means that ultimately the companies, the commercial companies doing this, it's not an official thing. It's not even a real thing. And so people are doing it, and it's the equivalent of just like,
what I think of it
printing your own name of a.
I think of it like let's say that a great example is wherever we live at. It'd be like if we just created a website and now people give us hundreds of dollars and we'll just say, your address is now your name.
This new address.
And it's only in your head. Nobody else is going to follow it. But at least when you go, but what we'll do too? If you spend $500 more, we'll send you a certificate that says your address is actually just your name.
But
that's what we're literally doing. Yeah, it's not. Nobody believes it. So we're sending you a false certificate, right? We can name the sun. The sun is your name. And everybody can name the son, like Alicia. You could say that's what it is.
Disappointing to come across.
Oh yeah, that's even a better example. Yeah, the son. That son is Alicia. That's the name of it.
According to you,
and on my website, and I'm gonna, I'll make a website and I'll hand everybody a certificate that says the same because that's what we're doing. I mean, that's what these companies are doing.
And everyone's just buying the sun and naming
they're
it
buying
sun.
They're just saying this is the label of the sun.
Yeah.
But no one else believes it. It's only it's just literally just writing anything we want, right? We can name anything we want, but not everybody else believes it.
Yes.
That's the funny thing. And I also found a specific website from one of these, I'm not going to name which one it is, but from one of these star naming sites. And the website looked like it was straight out of the 90s. But the problem that I had is that it kind of like claimed a fake NASA affiliation. It had like the symbol on there and stuff. And then it also had like a list of press with no links. So I don't believe that even that they had that press coverage. They had pictures of like satisfied celebrities that have purchased from them, like real famous people. I don't know if this was real. No links or anything.
Celeb endorsement.
Yeah, they had that on there, and I think it was fake. And then they also had various products starting at $5, but going up to $100.
Yeah.
Like they were selling like space rocks, stuff like that.
So kind of like selling sand at the beach, maybe?
Yeah. I just saw that, and I like all my red flags went off and bells and whistles.
My Spidey alert is up.
I said, are you kidding me, you guys? You're charging this kind of dough and you're just giving out stuff that's a dream?
You're breaking my heart.
But you know what's funny? Because you're better off. Well, let's see. I think, you can start your own free website and just put your certificate online and you can name your own star. Why are you doing it from somebody else? And better yet, if you want a certificate, you can print it out at home right now.
Breaking my heart. It's so sad.
So yeah, we all can buy and name stars, but we could also pay nothing and just name whatever star we want, and we can put it on our website. We can put it on our social media. It's the same I'm
so sad.
It's the same authenticity as these other sites.
Fine. Then would you want? If I have to change it a little bit, but ultimately, would you want a star named after you, whether you print the certificate or not? If someone does it or you do it, do you want a star named after you?
The only star that I would buy is our star that gives us light every day, the sun, and that's the only one. You want to name
the sun?
Yeah, the sun will be named because that is a star,
after Khalil?
and that is the most important star for us. That is the one that gives us light.
Isn't it a dying star?
But technically, all star. I mean, we're dying humans too. That's an unfair thing to say. Now, could you say it's in its dying phase right now? I don't think it's in that phase yet. I think it's still expanding. So that's what I believe. I'd have to double check, but I think the sun is still expanding. It's not dying yet.
So the only star you want to name is the sun. So no, you're not going to pay for that because I don't think they're offering.
I know, yeah. I'm not going to be able to do it then because they're not going to be able to give me what I want. But also, my another issue is even if you wanted to give money to these companies, if they go out of business, that's it, right? It's just all you have is that printed certificate of a falsely named star, and now you can't even go online and check that what star it even was. You got to show people your certificate, or you can scan it and then. I mean, it just seems weird. You could just do this all on your own. That's the funny thing about it.
This is heartbreaking. For me, the answer is yes, I would want a star named after myself, or some, in honor of me. Do I need to pay, to have this fictitious certificate made? Not necessarily. I would just want the star named after me, whether it's real or acknowledged by the scientific community, which it obviously wouldn't be. It doesn't matter really to me. I think the symbolism of the gift is that you matter so much to a person that they would want you in the stars. It's something that seems super romantic about it. But you're saying, you could totally print it yourself, as you tell me all the time, all the different certificates that are available to me at my request.
You can print, there's all sorts of certifications you can make.
Yes.
You could be certified at anything, I guess. I mean, it's just
not
comes
that
down
we're
to
encouraging that type of behavior, but we're just saying.
We're not saying doing the catch me if you can thing, but
no,
some people have done that.
So maybe for my birthday, we'll print me a certificate of my own.
So isn't
star.
that interesting? If you really think about that, it almost seems. I can't.
Don't say the word.
No. Is it technically fraud what they're doing?
I knew you were going to go down that route.
I don't know. I mean, I just wonder. I guess
not going down that route.
It's not legal. Yeah, there's no legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's no laws against it, so you can do it. But technically, it seems to me it's deceitful. But you said the websites do tell you, right?
They tell you.
All right, as long as the one that I went to though was deceitful.
I know.
The
IAU tells you that they are not associated with any of the naming by commercial companies.
Okay.
So
because I just hope the companies tell you that too. They should say disclaimer.
That's for the company's business and their policies and rights and whatever. Yes, the legal ramifications associated with it. All I know is I'm going to get you the yellow paper and you're going to print my certificate.
You can make it really official too. You go to
we can burn the edges and everything. It can be really rustic in nature.
You can do a really good job. And you don't have to pay $300 for it. That's what's amazing.
Well, we can try to start at $5, eh?
Yeah, you can just pay $5.
Okay.
You are listening to WokeNFree.
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 A podcast that keeps it real and honest.
Now, why do you think people name stars after other people?
So there's a website called starnameregistry.com that gave 10 main reasons as to why it's kind of the perfect surprise for your partner. I'm not going to go through all 10, but I thought that some of these were super cute, which was, it's a gift that will last a lifetime, right? As long as
the company's around.
Well, as long as the star is around, rather. It's the certificate of that star. Whether the company's around, you still have that certificate. So it's just kind of, yeah, here's a gift. But again, it's just a piece of, as long as the piece of paper lasts. Next is if you know your partner's star sign, you can name your star within a constellation. So that's kind of interesting and cute. And you can also choose any name, which I guess in theory, if you wanted to, I mean, but I was thinking about that. I was like, well, like, could you name a star like after a curse word? Like, is that maybe?
I know that's why,
It's interesting. I guess every company, any of those commercial companies are going to differ and decide what they want to do.
If you can use something inflammatory or not.
Exactly. And then, it's a good conversation topic. So I guess if you feel the need to boast about your relationship to your friends or, whoever you're meeting with, be like, I just named a star after my wife or my partner. I guess that I'm not having those types of conversations with people. That would be really funny
to tell someone that. Yeah. Be like, I named the star after my
it seems like kind of weird and creepy to say that.
Bring that up. Yeah. I don't know.
It's kind of like, what else do you do at night? Like, I don't know where we're going with this. And then also, I thought this was a good reason. They would never expect it. And yeah, right? Like, that's kind of a random act, whether it's a foolish act, a fun act, somewhere in between. That's up to you to decide.
Yeah.
WokeNFree Nation. But it's different. It's a different type of decision making there. How about you? What would you think?
It's definitely different, but I went to this website Cosmo Nova, and what they said is they gave some of the same reasonings you said, but I thought these three were interesting. That people do it for birthdays.
Sweet.
They do it as a romantic gesture. I guess instead of buying flowers,
still my heart. Yes.
I bought this certificate that you can wipe your butt with.
Hey.
Okay, you don't have to. I mean, it might not be soft, but
no, it's not going to be good as toilet paper. So
it doesn't make great toilet paper, but I mean, maybe you could put it somewhere in a corner. In a dusty corner, you could do that. But they also said you could use it as a wedding engagement. So I don't even get that one. It's like, look, I mean, you're.
Oh, we're gonna get married because I named the star after you.
It's kind of like, how people they'll have like a romantic dinner and then
or maybe
engage.
You name it after your engagement date, like or something, or when you're gonna get married. That could be super cute.
Maybe that's the reason. But what I was thinking when they said this is the wedding and like the actual engage. So when people like they reveal a ring, instead of revealing a ring, you reveal a certificate.
I mean, it's definitely cheaper. I like the economics on that decision.
Oh man, that's I can't even like
phenomenal.
You see, I can't even like hold myself together. I'm falling apart. Like it's hard.
You're so romantic, Khalil.
It's hard. No, it's like I'm really trying to contain myself.
Together.
I know it's bad.
Your life
I can't contain myself.
You're shameful.
They should show that on TV though. Like, hey dear, look inside your bag, and then she looks. What is this? Oh, you named a star after me? All for me? What does this mean? Oh, I want to marry you, honey. Wait, where's the ring?
You have your
That's
certificate.
The next thing. It's a certificate, honey. Like, how would the conversation go?
I would say for WokeNFree Nation, if you have seen the movie, A Walk to Remember, I'm showing my age.
Really?
I love that film. I love Mandy Moore. She is amazing. And there's a scene where she is asked to look at a star, and the main guy, I forget what his name is, but I love him. He's so handsome too. He, pulls out this like, I guess constant, like the mapping of where that star is in the sky. And she's like, why am I looking for this star? And he's like, cause I named it for you. And cause she's big into stars and astrology. And she's just like, this is amazing. And then she looks up at him and she's just like, I love you. And so that's the first time she said, I love you. And he already had said it to her on their first date, actually. And so it was just like super romantic. And from that moment when I saw that, I was just like, I really want a star named after me. Like now doing the research and seeing the sausage and how it's made, it's really sad and unfortunate. But it's still a beautiful.
Because what's funny is you can
moment.
You can do all that. You can have that romantic moment, and you don't have to pay a dime to do it. I guess you buy the map and then you print out a certificate later and say, see, dear, I told you I really did name the star after you.
You're just really shameful.
No, but don't. It's because when you get caught up in the details, that's when it goes down. But if you just think about it, that's a great romantic moment.
So that's what I'm getting this for my birthday this year?
I can name the star after you this moment. I could just do it.
Phenomenal. Where's my yellow paper, though? Do
Star
we have the yellow
67342 plus 56
is now named what?
Is now named
Tosh?
Whoops. Yeah, I'll name it the nickname of you.
Tasha.
No. N.
N?
I'll just call it N.
Oh, how romantic. You now have star
But
N.
oh, you know what I'll do? Guess what? I'm going to do even better. I'm going to name all the stars after you.
Oh, yes.
I caught everybody out there. See, that I did the ultimate romantic gesture.
Yes.
Every star
I don't think you have enough
is
printing
named
paper.
after
We
you.
have to go to Staples.
I know. Look at all these certificates I made, Josh. It's a
They're
lot.
all named Ed.
Yeah, they're all. Well, I can name them different since there's so many, right?
Maybe the alphabet.
All the nicknames,
Yeah.
yeah, and everything, and they all point to you, though.
Amazing.
See?
Pure foolishness.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? It's scenario time, guys. Scenario 1. Georgia found a Name a Star site that offers naming stars for free. The free plan comes with registration and an online customizable certificate. She could also get the premium plan for $40 and get everything in the free plan, plus a gorgeous framed certificate. Should she splurge for the premium plan?
These are the questions that really matter here.
This is a good scenario.
You know,
it actually applies. See,
absolutely.
look.
Well, it sounds like that frame is looking real nice. And so,
It really is.
if Georgia really has that $40 at hand, that discretionary income,
Yeah.
I think she should go for the full Monty, and she should
Definitely.
get the premium plan because that certificate, the certificate and that frame, what it look like.
See,
That's where I'm at with that.
okay, that's what you're at. So that just made me think about it, though. I mean, it almost ties in with just thinking about certificates in itself. It's it ties in with kind of like the goal idea in terms of certificate is like it's an end goal, but technically the certificate is worthless. It's the process that's worth a
Absolutely.
lot. So in this case, the process here is not really anything. So it's like you can't go and get this certificate and say, yes, the goal was met, because you got to admit the process has to be everything, but there is no process here. There's
So
nothing
your answer
happening.
is Georgia
So-
should leave the website.
Well, I'm saying that, I mean, she can say, forget the customizable
Just get the free
certificate.
plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the free plan comes with an online customizable one. You just
I
don't
like
you just don't get the one in person.
Listen, $40 sounds
And
like
it's
a
free.
deal to me.
You'd say splurge though,
Yeah.
and get it shipped to your home.
The full Monty.
frame, yeah, it's
Yeah.
you get that
What it
framing.
looked like, yeah.
You can't. I mean, you could take the picture, and you could take a picture of your frame certificate,
Yeah.
and now you can share that on social media.
Yeah, exactly. I can walk outside with it. I can
very
go to,
exciting.
I can go to barbecues and show it.
And you could put it right next to your other diplomas too. So that's what's fine.
Oh, you want me to cuss you out?
That's what people should do. They should get these named certificates and then put them next to their
You're
diplomas.
trifling.
That's-
You're so mean.
Yeah, but I just thought about that. The certificate.
That is not the same value as our Penn State degree or my.
No, but see,
law
that's the
school
funny
degree.
thing. Yeah, but even those certificates, there's no value in those certificates. It was the process to get them. That's where the value's at. That's what's funny. So in this case, there is no process.
Okay, are you done breaking my heart? You done?
I know I'm taking away from it, but it's just interesting. At least there's a free one.
Yes.
Scenario 2. Alelia wants to surprise her father with a gift he would never expect. Her father is an astronomer, so she thinks it would be great to buy a star for him. Is this a great idea, or would her money be better spent elsewhere on this scientist of a dad?
That's an interesting question indeed. I would say, given that her father is in the industry, he definitely knows. I think he would look at a named star as a foolish endeavor, and I would say for his birthday, he probably would prefer like a really cool telescope, or like maybe to go to like a cool astronomer conference that's happening, maybe internationally, and do something where the money would be better spent. Now, granted, it depends on how much her budget looks like. Like if she was really looking looking to spend $5, then she probably should stick with buying the star. But if she's looking to invest in her father a bit more, then she should probably, again, go the full Monty. And
pay $40
and not pay $40, but to get him something like a telescope or
I see.
go to a conference. That's going to be more than $5.
Yeah, telescopes can be pretty costly.
Absolutely.
I mean, those aren't a joke. So.
It just depends on how much she loves her father.
The love, it depends on how much you spend. Yep.
How much you love me.
Yep,
Yes.
depending on what you spent. Okay, that's interesting.
And your answer?
I think her money would definitely be better spent elsewhere. But what I do is what my thing is an actual free thing that she can do, and it actually involves something that you love. And what she could do is she could actually just send him a TikTok of her dancing under a meteor shower.
Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't that be great? Because look,
That's the gift?
yeah, like she's gonna send him a video of her just doing
Is he
the
going to be
dance.
able to learn how to play it? I mean, or know how to... you know how sometimes people like...
Oh yeah,
so-
they struggle with technology.
regardless of the age, just like some... like
Every-
if he's,
yeah,
if he's
people do
not
struggle,
on
yeah.
TikTok, he might be like, what?
Because I'm just saying the thought that counts. Because she knows that he's into
I mean,
astronomy.
but does it also get accompanied with like dinner and a nice bottle of rum?
No,
or
none of that,
something?
none.
Oh, that
It's just-
sounds
it's literally
like a
she
very
just-
unfortunate birthday for him.
She's just sending him a video of her
that's
basically
sad.
dancing under a meteor shower. Isn't that
If
kind
I
of
am
like...
a kid and you listen to this episode, do not do that to me. please, like send me a poem or something.
Oh
I would
man,
love
so
that.
you wouldn't want the TikTok video.
I would want it, but I
Or
wouldn't
just
want
like
that as a gift. I'd want like something. A
So
little bit
kind of
more
like
personal.
for you, what it would be, since you're not an astronomer, but you like elephants, it'd be them like, feeding elephants or
Well,
something.
now
What about
now we're talking. Yeah.
And there's a bunch of elephants and
But
they're
again,
feeding them, they're washing them off.
My preferable gift would be to send me to go do that, and then
You don't wanna watch them enjoying
they can
your
come and they can film me feed the elephants. That sounds.
You don't want to
wonderful.
watch them enjoying what you enjoy?
I would rather do it. Thank you.
That's
you would
good
just
to know.
piss me off for my
Oh wow!
birthday.
All right, that's some good insight indeed.
Yes, future children, get to life.
Scenario 3. Matlin really loves the Orion constellation since it can be seen throughout the world. She figures everyone will know her name when they look up at the night sky. The only problem is, none of the current star registries have any stars in that constellation available. Should she throw away her dreams or create a new star registry so she can name the star she really desires?
I think the answer is obvious here. Obviously, she should you are the master of your fate. She should start a new star registry on her free WordPress website. And she should name as many of those stars in that constellation as she likes. And do it for free, like you were mentioning earlier. I think she should definitely not give up and do it, because her naming it and creating it is the same as anyone else. So that's what I think she should do. What do you suggest?
I just completely concur. Just create your new star registry and you put your own name on it. Mm-hmm. And hey, you might even be able to offer stars to other people too. Yep. Trifling. You can make some money on the side. So
Trifling.
You say, hey guys, I have a star registry. Who wants to sign up? And these are the best stars. They're hot sellers.
You're like breaking people's hearts. Like love this. And
Who
you're
haven't
breaking my heart too, because like I said, that scene from
You can still do the scene, just don't get caught in the
Walk to
details.
Remember is just so incredible.
I know. All I'm saying is you don't get caught in the details. You can make the scene happen.
Like a good love story and like.
But with any of the good love stories, you can't look at the details because that really makes it a downer then.
Shameful.
That's any good love story. Don't get too caught up in that because then it's
Titanic. Yes,
it's not cool anymore. Yeah, like in Titanic, don't get caught up in the details. There was enough room for 2 people. But,
I know, that's trifling. I'll always be mad about that too. Like,
actually,
Rose, move over.
we could have both.
Rose,
yeah,
move over.
we're not that big. We can fit on here.
Like, suck it in. Let's move over.
We're not that big. Like,
yeah.
let's
They both
be real.
they could have both.
This
fit
can
on
hold
that.
us both, and we can just
Broke
wait
my
here.
heart. Broke my heart.
Like, yeah, see, don't get caught in the details.
It is what it is, guys. We are at that time again as coming to the end of our 153rd episode of Woke and Free. That's one for the ages, huh?
That's a star-born one.
Nice. Look at you,
Yeah.
Lady Gaga. This was quite the episode discussing whether it is worth buying and naming a star. Breaking hearts along the way, but that's okay.
I think we answered that question thoroughly, though, right?
I
What
think
did you say?
we shot it, burned it, and cut it up into mini pieces. It's been served. You've been served.
Yeah,
Will we
technically.
leave you hanging for what our next episode will be about? Drum roll, please.
On our next episode, we'll be discussing what are words to stop saying in 2020. Make sure you follow us on social media to follow along in the conversation, and make sure you tune in next week for WokeNFree Wednesday to join the conversation at WokeNFree.com.
If you'd like to be a guest on the show, submit a topic for an upcoming episode, where? Contact us page at WokeNFree.com. So that is WokeNFree.com. When it comes to social media, you can always have fun with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok at WokeNFree. And then, of course, if you're like, hey, I want to collaborate, I want to do some type of promotion, sponsorship, any of that jazz, guys, where? I'll say it again. Contact us page at WokeNFree.com.
If you didn't already subscribe, please do. Share the episode, and make sure you come back to join the conversation every Wednesday for WokeNFree Wednesdays. Remember, WokeNFree is more than a podcast. It is a way of life. Until next time.
See you in the stars.
Star-Lord.